Prince Harry and William will never reconcile after his book. Insider says tell all, lets King Charles off lightly but is tough on William, and even throws a broadside at Kate. Prince Harry's upcoming autobiography is said to be so cutting of his brother William that the pair may not be able to reconcile their differences following its release on January 10. The book, entitled Spare, will reportedly see King Charles III escape severe criticism. But it is so tough on the Prince of Wales that insiders fear the sibling relationship, which has been strained considerably since Harry and Meghan Markle announced they were relinquishing their royal duties, will not recover. A source told the Sunday Times, "Generally, I think the book will be worse for them than the royal family is expecting. Everything is laid bare. Charles comes out of it better than it had expected, but it's tough on William, in particular, and even Kate gets a bit of a broadside. There are these minute details, and a description of the fight between the brothers. I personally can't see how Harry and William will be able to reconcile after this." Harry's tell-all tale was written with Junior Moehringer, a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who previously penned the biography of U.S. tennis star Andre Agassi. The Duke of Sussex will personally narrate the audiobook version of the memoir and will donate some of the work's proceeds to charity. The book will be published just weeks after he and his wife Meghan released their Netflix series detailing their relationship and split from the royal family, while reports have emerged that Meghan is also planning to publish her own bombshell memoir. According to one source, the Duchess of Sussex is contemplating getting entirely candid about her time in the royal limelight, and leaving no stone unturned. In 2021, the couple reportedly signed a 4-book deal with publishers Penguin Random House. Prince Harry is said to have received a $20 million advance for Spare. Meghan has already released her children's book The Bench with the same publisher, and it is rumored that the couple are working on a wellness book. Now it is believed the mystery 4th book will be Meghan's autobiography. A best-selling memoir would put Meghan in a well-trodden American political tradition, amid much speculation that she may have ambitions for elected office, given her outspoken views on women's rights and other issues. A Hollywood agent told the Mail on Sunday, "I would find it surprising if Meghan didn't publish her own story, to be honest. Spare is clearly Prince Harry's chance to tell his, but hers is equally compelling. I mean, how many actresses end up marrying a prince?" The source added, "If she's harboring political ambitions it would make even more sense," pointing out that Presidents Clinton, Obama and Trump all wrote books setting out their beliefs before launching bids for the White House. The Duchess, a Democrat, has become close to America's political royalty, the Kennedy family, and was honored last month alongside her husband with an award from the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights nonprofit organization. The organization's leader, Kerry Kennedy, niece of former U.S. President John F. Kennedy, said the Sussexes received the award for their stand against structural racism within the royal family. Meghan is also good friends with feminist icon Gloria Steinem, who is still closely involved in liberal politics. A friend of Ms. Steinem's said, "Meghan has strong views very much in alignment with Gloria's in terms of social justice and women's rights. Gloria is encouraging her to make her voice heard." But some have warned that the Sussexes may be in danger of overexposure. One senior Hollywood executive said, "We've had the Oprah Winfrey interview, then the Netflix series and now we've got Harry's book. You have to ask if the world really needs to hear Meghan's story right now. If I was advising her I would caution against releasing a book too quickly because there is a very real danger that people will start experiencing Sussex fatigue. There comes a point where people might feel they've heard the same stories too many times. They have to change the narrative at some stage and focus on the future rather than past transgressions." Meanwhile, Harry's book has been billed as being written with raw, unflinching honesty. The Duke is set to launch a publicity blitz next Sunday with an interview on America's flagship 60 Minutes show. He will also be interviewed by ITV's Tom Bradby in the UK. Harry and William's relationship is now hanging by a thread. Insiders reveal King Charles is trying to keep a line of communication open with his son despite memoir, but Prince of Wales is unlikely to be so receptive to his brother. The relationship between the Prince of Wales and his estranged brother is hanging by a thread, ahead of the publication of Harry's tell-all memoir, sources have said. Insiders fear the strained relationship between the brothers is likely to be further damaged by attacks on Prince William and his wife Kate in the controversial book, due out next week. The memoir is said to be tough on William, and include a description of a fight between the brothers, as well as a broadside against Kate. The prince's father, King Charles, is said to fare better than his eldest son, but is already wounded by criticisms of him and other senior royals in Harry's Netflix series with wife Meghan. Sources say that while the king is deeply hurt and bewildered by Harry's actions, he is still keen to keep a line of communication open, however guarded. Whether Prince William would be so receptive is another question, one source said. Things are hanging by a thread as it is after the past few months, and from the sounds of it, Harry's memoir is unlikely to help. In the book, Harry will claim it was unfair that he was forced to play second fiddle to his older brother and heir to the British throne, The Sun reported. The Duke of Sussex has also reportedly been warned that Camilla is a red line for his father, King Charles. The Daily Mail has previously reported that while friends find it hard to believe that the brothers will never talk again after all they have been through, William feels betrayed and angered by his brother's constant attacks on the royal family. There is also deep concern that anything they say privately could be made public by Harry or Meghan. While Buckingham Palace is refusing to comment or get caught up in a pointless tit-for-tat public row with the Sussexes, there is a degree of apprehension about Harry's memoir. A source with knowledge of the book, provocatively titled Spare, told the Sunday Times they believed it would cause irrevocable damage to the brothers' relationship. The source said, "Generally, I think the book will be worse for them than the royal family is expecting. Everything is laid bare. Charles comes out of it better than first expected, but it's tough on William in particular, and even Kate gets a bit of a broadside. There are these minute details, and a description of the fight between the brothers. I personally can't see how Harry and William will be able to reconcile after this. The book will effectively be about the sibling rivalry between Princes Harry and William," a source told The Sun. They said it will reveal that Harry's bitterness and feelings of unfairness due to his older brother's birthright to become king means he has always played second fiddle to older William. But their mother, Princess Diana, warned the siblings they must never fall out, as they would need each other, the source said, adding that it was very sad their falling out had got this far. In the Harry and Meghan Netflix series, Harry, 38, accused his father of lying to him as the family attempted to negotiate a Megxi deal for the couple at a crisis summit at Sandringham in January 2020. He said that it was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me and my father say things that just simply weren't true, and my grandmother quietly sit there and sort of take it all in. He also claimed that senior royals were jealous of Meghan's popularity and attempted to tear her down by planting negative stories against her in the media. The Sunday Times source said the book, due to be published on January 10, explored Harry's grief over the death of his mother, Princess Diana. They said, "The overall impression is that this is a man who has never recovered from the trauma of his mother dying so young, and then along comes Meghan and he projects onto her a parallel with Diana." Spare is written by Junior Moeringer, a Pulitzer Prize-winning former journalist who was also the ghostwriter for Andre Agassi's best-selling autobiography. The book's publisher Penguin Random House claims that it will be a landmark publication, telling his story with raw, unflinching honesty. Harry is also expected to give 2 high-profile television interviews to promote it. He has reportedly already recorded an ITV interview in California with its News at 10 presenter Tom Bradby, a former royal correspondent who has known both William and Harry for decades. The second television interview will be with broadcaster CBS in the US. It will be conducted by news anchor Anderson Cooper and is set to be shown on Sunday. Publishing sources also said Harry was expected to do at least 1 newspaper interview, potentially with the New York Times. Buckingham Palace is expected to maintain its silence about his accusations, but they are unlikely to end with his memoir. After quitting as working royals, Harry and Meghan struck lucrative deals with Netflix, Spotify and Penguin Random House, which commit him to further projects. Their publishing deal is understood to be for 4 books, which could include a bombshell memoir by Meghan. The Duchess, 41, is known to have kept a personal diary while she was in Britain. She has previously released a children's book, The Bench, with the same publisher, and the couple are said to be working on a book about wellness, but some have warned there could be a danger of overexposure, following their Oprah interview, the Netflix series and Harry's memoir. One senior Hollywood executive told the Mail on Sunday, If I was advising her, I would caution against releasing a book too quickly because there is a very real danger that people will start experiencing Sussex fatigue. There comes a point where people might feel they've heard the same stories too many times. They have to change the narrative at some stage and focus on the future rather than the past.